Alright, everybody. We are live once again, or at least we will be as soon as this starts kicking in.
Yeah, hopefully some of you are going to come in and talk to us today.
Alright, we are live. We're gonna talk about all things paranormal today. No specific topic right now. We'll see what we get drawn into as
we are going to talk about the TR3B patent being revealed.
Which, if you're not sure what if you're not sure what that is, then it is the triangular UFOs. Is the best way to put it?
Yeah, people have been seeing triangular craft in the sky for years. I've seen them. And you know, three lights, just a black triangle. And people have been saying it's a UFO, aliens, blah blah blah. Well, like I said yesterday, not everything's a UFO, and these black craft are not UFOs. The patents came out yesterday. They became public. It's part of the secret space program, it looks like, but we're not sure. Are you going to discuss Fantastic Daily's Black-Eyed Kids pictures? Yeah, we're probably going to end up discussing that a little bit. Now that we don't feel bad about somebody breaking onto his property, I got a lot to talk about with that, because I predicted this video 2 nights ago. I knew exactly what was going to happen. It was going to come back into range, and he was going to have pictures of black-eyed kids. And it's because of a Freudian slip he had in the video before that, where he said he was going to be uploading videos, or pictures, and then he corrected himself real quick and said videos.
Alright, hey Byron, hey Mark, hey Eric.
Yeah, hello everybody.
Yeah. This one's not a space jellyfish. This is actually a proof patent of the propulsion system
of the ship itself and the propulsion system. They're separate patents.
This was made public domain last night.
So the TR3B, they classify it as a spacecraft, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And it talks about creating wormholes and slipping through the quantum gravitational field, and I don't know, all kinds of crazy stuff. Just all of a sudden they're like, all right, we have this technology. How long have we had that technology? How long have we been using it? And it listed as a spacecraft. What are its capabilities? That's what I'd like to know. Are we taking it into space? Are we going places that we're not telling people we're going? If it works the way it says it works, it should basically be able to go anywhere at any speed.
Alright, went ahead and brought up the patent itself.
Yeah, guys, here's the patent for the TR3B.
As you can see, when it says what I claim as my invention is a spacecraft propulsion system utilizing 3 electrostatically charged motor-driven cylinders, each one of which rotates within a charged annular ring to produce a space-time
Space-time curvature tension utilizing a combination of a rotating radical electrostatic field and a fixed vertical electrostatic field. The two fields create a stress energy gradient in the radially direction which is equal to force. The radial field is created on the side of a charged rotating cylinder on the underside of the hull. The vertical field is created by an annular charged ring concentric with the cylinder. 3 rotating cylinders are located in a triangle on the bottom of the hull in order to produce a force in any direction in the horizontal plane. Okay, so that's a brief summary. And the claims over here, a spacecraft propulsion system utilizing 3 electrostatically charged motor-driven cylinders, each one of which, okay, we basically already read that over in the brief summary.
Yep.
Said rotating cylinder comprised of bar magnets embedded in the cylinder and stacked in groups at intervals. That's interesting. That's what I was talking about making. The periphery of the cylinder with the purpose of increasing the permittivity of space by permeating the cylinder and ring with low linear mass, low speed of light, hyperspace energy by means of a wormhole between our space and hyperspace.
Now,
wow.
It's really boring to hear this read and read it. The best way to explain this is it's creating wormholes to travel. Small wormholes.
Right. Okay, Aaron Johnson says, I like watching FD Black-Eyed Kids. I don't like Freya, but watching your videos have opened my eyes to start thinking it's fake. Yeah, and we're not the only ones. Apparently Darkness Radio got in on it now, and they're laughing at him.
Yeah, I was sent that link earlier this morning when I got it.
Guys, I freaking had a dream of my sister being a black-eyed kid. Would you... Oh, sorry guys. I was downloading Photoshop on my new computer, and it popped up while I was trying to read this. And it was chasing... More black-eyed kids' dreams. No, I'm sorry. That's awful. That's an awful dream. Oh, man. Oh, you guys crack me up.
Okay, so, a lot of this, it goes through to explain that it's a triangular craft.
It's a triangular spacecraft. They're saying they're creating a propulsion system with an electromagnetic field. Makes sense. That part makes sense. But then they're saying that they're basically creating miniature wormholes to push on to create force. And to create, it doesn't make any sense.
Now what I'm going to bring up...
it does sound fake, and anyone can make patents, but the thing is, these triangular spacecraft have been spotted for about 20 years now.
and
there's fairly clear videos. So that adds a lot of validity to it. From what we understand, this was a black project. It was a, black book. We don't know where that money went. Type. The patents are there. It doesn't necessarily, and you're right, doesn't necessarily mean the spacecraft is here and working, but the photographic evidence from the last 20 years suggest that these patents are the first step to revealing this spacecraft.
Byron asks, how could you control hyperspace travel, and how could you calculate where it would travel?
That's a great question. I wouldn't have a clue. Because, let's be honest, all the distances and stuff we use for space, we say it took this long, this many light years, and blah, 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 blah. And they're all theories. We don't have any real way of measuring that. So mapping it would be a lot harder. I think they'd have to start going planet to planet and finding real distances. I think it'd be a learning curve.
Kate, I am looking...
Melon trapped her in ice cream.
I saw that she trapped her in ice cream.
I had to... That's pretty funny. Damn it, I'm late. You're not that late. Mike Hunt.
As you can see, we're posting this chat on the video, so...
That way people are going to actually be able to see it next time. We're having trouble with the linking because we're rednecks. Okay. So people want to talk more about FD.
Give us a minute let me get this UFO up, and then that's where we'll go.
Yeah, we're going to show this UFO first, and then we'll talk about FD, guys. But the TR-3B is, I think it's important news. Whether it's real news or not, you can never be sure anymore, but I do think it's important whether it's real or not. Because I think it ties into a lot of other things going on in the world.
Okay.
Yeah, Byron, that would be one of the only ways I could see to do it would be having explorers go out and then drop beacons or waypoints, at jump locations.
Yeah.
So that you can lock onto them.
But I believe right now they're just running on mini wormholes, so they're not traveling through space and time or time or what have you at this point.
No, they say they're curving the gravitational field, and according to science, the gravitational field just needs to be curved for that type of travel.
Alright, we haven't watched this video yet. I just searched up triangle UFO, and this is what popped up.
And like I said, I've seen the triangle UFO.
I'm going to go ahead
a couple times in our area over the course of 20 years, and it's always just 3 lights in the sky, but you can usually clearly see that it's a triangle. I look up a lot, though. Not everybody looks up.
Yeah, but we did use the logo. We do want to talk to you about that. We love them. There's just a couple things we want to change.
But yeah, they're awesome.
They're amazing.
Hello, brother.
So here's the video.
Is it gonna play?
It's playing. It's lagging.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I'm not sure. That one looks more like a plane.
Yeah, that one. Well,
lights on the wings.
Yeah, that's not what we're looking for.
Nope.
There's been some recent ones, like just in the last 2 or 3 days, that are super clear. And it doesn't surprise me they've been just in the last 2 or 3 days with the patent coming out. They're probably going to be much more open about this thing being in the skies. They do go on to talk about the skin of the spacecraft. Did you read that, Rick?
No.
They talk about the skin of the spacecraft and how it deflects radar and sonar. You know, it deflects everything. How you view it, the I don't know. It's really crazy.
All right, I've got another video about to pop up. Okay. So this was 3 months ago. I'm not going to want, obviously, I just sent you the link. I'll put it in the description as well. Let's see. These. Again, you got to give it a second. It's lagging. I'm sorry.
Why are dark triangle UFOs
what happened there?
are appearing? That was terrible grammar.
I paused this.
I don't know if the live stream's glitching out. I'm monitoring it, and it looks right over here. He's just trying to find some of these pictures.
My computer's being stupid. You can see it now. Hopefully.
But, I mean, these are basic, just triangular craft.
Right here.
Oh, and there you see somebody else has a video up in the recommended. The USA's most secret plane, TR-3B patent, is now in the public domain.
Yeah. That's fake. That's fake. That's fake. That might be real.
Sorry, I gotta mute this.
Alright, I'm gonna get off the YouTube stuff right now. And just do our normal thing.
Yeah, Mike, I'm not sure what's going on. Like I said, I'm monitoring it, and mine's going alright.
We've got yellow stream health. I'm sorry, like
I have 10 megs of internet, supposedly, but half the time I get about 5. It's satellite internet, but the tower is literally 300 yards away from my house, and my dish is pointed right at it, so I don't understand, but it is what it is, and we need a little more internet.
Wasn't the UFO that was seen over Phoenix a triangle one? I believe so. I do think it was a triangle UFO.
Well, it depends on which one, but the Phoenix lights themselves, yeah, it looked like there was a triangular formation of lights. We don't know that it was one craft or not. And I was actually there in Phoenix at the time.
We're very sorry about the technical glitches. Hopefully this will sort itself out.
Yeah, I was in Phoenix. It was actually not during the lights. It was a couple weeks afterwards we drove through. And it was weird because first off it snowed. And we got like 3 inches in an hour and then it just melted. That was weird. But we were driving down the road right outside of Phoenix in the desert, and there was just a bright light in the sky, and it was going vertical to the ground, probably 300, 400, 500 feet up. You know, it's hard to judge the distance because you couldn't see the object. It was night.
Yeah.
But it almost looked like a missile flying straight. And that was just a few days after the Phoenix lights.
Yes, Chris, we did catch FD's latest video. We're going to talk about that in a couple minutes. Byron asked what would be an ethical reason to travel to the other place. It wouldn't be best interest for us to leave the solar system.
Byron, I don't think it would be in anybody's ethical interest to do anything. But I think as human beings, wanting to know more, if there's more to go find, we're going to do it, whether it's ethical or not. And that's unfortunate, but that's the way our species is.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you guys want us to go over the video and discuss it.
Yeah, let's just go over FD's newest video. Let's go over the one before that first, where he told people to stay away, because I want people to see the Freudian slip at the end.
Yeah.
Which let me guess. I even knew what day these pictures were coming out, guys. I wish I would have recorded it. I didn't, but I told my fiance after I saw the stay away from my property video, I was like, all right, now this trap camera is going to come back into his Wi-Fi magically, and there's going to be pictures of black-eyed kids, which is exactly what happened.
Yep, exactly what happened.
And here's the other funny part. Freya was getting him, but now all of a sudden he's getting them after his camera's broken and taken away. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, guys.
You're going to probably experience some lag here with me trying to get the videos up.
And you know what? At this point, I love FD. I do. I love the guy. Even if he's faking it, he's an excellent filmmaker. It's a great story, and I got to give him props. I really do. There's so doing, whether it's real or not. And a lot of people don't think it's real, and they're still emotionally invested. Which I think is great. I mean, that's the hallmark of a great storyteller. You know what I mean?
Aaron has a good ethical reason.
Ooh, Arwen just sent you guys an animation for a video intro as well.
Awesome, William. Dude, you're amazing.
Thank you so much.
Alright. Yeah, it's going to be laggish because I'm trying to run YouTube as well as...
Like I said, my bandwidth gets throttled if more than one thing's trying to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's lagging real bad.
I don't know why. It's an issue. They've been out to the house 2 or 3 times.
Our internet is weird.
Alright, I have all my stuff disconnected.
William, yes. I actually pointed that out to Rick earlier, that it does look like there's white in the eye. Now, what I would like to do... See, I know if you take a picture of somebody straight on with a trap cam like that, their eyes will glow. But I would like to get one and take some pictures at those angles and see if it blackens the eyes or if they glow. I mean, I could just run the picture through Photoshop, but I don't want to do that. I want to test. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Our stream should be coming back up a little better right now. So...
Frickin' Williams, I ain't got time till the weekend for extra projects.
It's there near the end, right?
Oh, when he slips up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real close to the end. It's like the last minute or so. Yeah, Mike, that's what I'm saying. I'm so entertained. But the fact that I'm starting to guess, and this isn't the first video that I guessed. The one where he said to stay away, a few days before that, I had been saying, well, the most logical thing if somebody took his cameras down is if it was poachers or somebody on his property trying not to be seen. I was like, so we're gonna have to hear something about that next. So I'm gonna start recording my predictions. Rick said I need to, so I'm gonna start recording my predictions. But I've been guessing this stuff one video after another. It's just, and when I can predict what's going to happen, it's not an experiment. It's a story.
Alright, I think I got the health back up on the... So...
Yeah, look at FD name. Fantastic Daily. It's a fantastic story. And he's, you know...
Alright, so I believe the audio should come through on this. So I'm going to mute the mic. Well, no, forget it.
And Kumelin and R. William... We just love the fact that you guys are hooking us up, and
try to mark each one with some. It'll probably upload these new videos. But
right there.
Sorry for.
Did you guys hear that?
Weird that is going to be over the next couple days as I upload these new photos.
Oh, my predictions for the next videos? Alright. Freya's gonna come in because she's the expert. You know, because this little girl's the expert on black-eyed children because she saw somebody with big black eyes during a rave once.
They may not be able to hear it because of lag running
that. Yeah. So what they're saying is that they're going to try and affix something to the camera. But how are they going to do that when these guys already have the camera? So the camera's going to have to get left on the property and he's going to have to find it, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, that's the most likely scenario, but not the only snenario. This could go about a million different ways.
Unfortunately, it has been shown that he watches our videos.
Yeah, so I'm going to start recording them with timestamps, and then I will post them after the things happen, because if he's watching our videos and I'm predicting it, he's obviously going to go another way. And he is watching our videos. I mean, he's straight. We're straight up about it. He's straight up about it. We know.
Oh my god, I'm inceptioning again.
So Brandon equals demon flying monkey and Rick equals monkey. Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right, RW, I posted straight on his feed for his Q&A video the other day.
Yeah.
Reaching out to him again.
Yeah, Byron, it's gonna be something like that. But like I said, I'm gonna record a prediction separately, privately. I'll make sure to date stamp it. Maybe I'll show you guys the cell phones and the computers, you know, all that stuff, so you know when I recorded it. But like I said, I don't want to put the prediction out there before the video, because then the video can easily change, because it is a story. Yeah, and I mean, Darkness Radio thinks so, Coast to Coast thinks so. It's not just us anymore. We might have been the first ones on it, but you know, it's pretty well established at this point that, you know, we're watching a good story.
I mean, and it's fabulous, and I'm a little heartbroken that it's not legitimate.
Right, and the fact that he says Signal 2 is dangerous and he can't play that anymore, that's crazy. If you're a real investigator and that's the signal giving you results, why would you stop playing it? It doesn't make sense. And what, these kids just happen to live on his property out in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah.
Come on, man. He just happens to have black-eyed kids that live on his property. I don't know. I'm so flabbergasted. I really am.
I really wanted it to be legitimate.
Yeah, William, if he's making it all up, which is what it's looking like, it does suck.
Hey, I liked the Blair Witch Project.
And that's what it's reminding us of. And like we said, we had the idea to do a viral series like that too, but because we're so honest, we couldn't do it.
Kate, that's his theory, or at least the theory he's putting out there, is that the signal attracts them in.
Right, but that signal is only going to be heard for a certain distance, no matter what. And those black-eyed kids would have had to been within that distance, out in the middle of nowhere, which he's made sure a bunch of times to let us know there's nobody for miles around him. It doesn't add up.
I mean, it is upsetting that it's not legit. Again, with me having my experience, or whatever you may call it, I wanted to get to the bottom of it, and I still do want to get to the bottom of it, and now my energy to do it is renewed. I'm more focused on it, which is why we're focusing more on doing these things.
Yeah, we need equipment, man.
Better equipment.
You guys, if anybody has any equipment they want to donate, we'll take it. Oh man. Oh, it hasn't been confirmed. It's just Darkness Radio is saying basically the same things we're saying. Coast to Coast is saying the same things we're saying. It just hasn't been confirmed. It's just.
But Kate, in the same vein, he is also just guessing.
Right. And that's the thing. Okay, and I want to say something about any arguments anybody ever has about anything. Everybody is constantly arguing theory with theory. And that's what you got to understand. These are all theories. His are theories, ours are theories. Everything's a theory. You can't prove anything. Even gravity's a theory. It's never been proven. You know? So there's no facts in this world. We're just doing what we can.
Top secret online forums pretty much said he's a hoax.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
I mean, we haven't seen it either, but I'll definitely check it out.
The pictures aren't proof, Kate. I mean, he puts them out there as proof.
Right, but you don't even know for sure who that is, what that is. You don't know if that camera angle caused the eyes to go black. There's too many unknowns. And at first when he was calling them black-eyed kids, you couldn't even see their faces. So he's been calling them black-eyed kids the whole time. That's confirmation bias, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Yes, and pics can be photoshopped.
Very easily.
I actually just got done downloading Photoshop on my new computer, and we're not doing it live because we want to kind of play with it, but we're going to take all those pictures and we're going to run them through Photoshop. We're going to take the picture of Freya and run it through Photoshop. We're going to run everything through Photoshop and just see what we can find.
If Photoshop, why would see the whites? You wouldn't see a white with a black-eyed kid anyways.
Right, you wouldn't see white either way. There is no white. So if you can see white, that automatically disproves black-eyed kids.
100%.
First off. But second, we're not saying it's Photoshop for sure. We're just saying we're going to run it through Photoshop to see. We haven't done that yet, so we're not going to make that, we're not going to make that claim. We also would like to get a hold of a trap camera and take some pictures at those angles.
Yeah.
I know somebody that has one, but I don't think I'm going to talk to her to get it. Yeah, BEKs have no whites in the eyes.
Whatsoever.
They're all black.
So if there's white in the eyes of those pictures, which we did notice when we went over the video.
And I have a 47-inch TV that we brought the video up on, and I walked right up to it and looked, and there's definitely whites around the eyes.
See, this is a touchy subject, Byron. There's part of it. We do have a Patreon set up for purchasing new equipment.
But as far as donating equipment to us,
I don't feel comfortable taking equipment from anybody, especially the expense that these are going to be.
Right. We say it, and it would be cool, but we have some moral boundaries that we haven't gotten over yet. I guess it depends on the equipment. Like, if you have something that you've replaced and you're not doing anything with it and you want to let us use it, like, I'd take equipment as a loan until we can buy our own.
Yeah.
That we would definitely do. But it would definitely be as a loan because I don't want to just take. You know what I mean? Amazon shopping list? Freya's always rubbed me the wrong way. How is she? Yeah, Freya is a 90-pound little girl that has nothing to do with anything paranormal, and her story is listed as fiction. The same day that she did the video on it. And the fact that he's listening to Freya, and it's just, none of it makes sense.
We do have a better webcam to produce the experiment.
Yeah, we do have a better webcam, and I have a better camera. When I bought it, it was top of the line, but that was 4 or 5 years ago. But it'll still, like I said, it'll still do 720p. I'd like to get one of those Nikon 900 whatevers with the super zooms. They are beautiful. We'd like to get drones. We'd like to get 360 cameras.
But this is through the future when we're going out doing more investigations,
We have some ideas that other people haven't done yet with this equipment, but we need the equipment to try it. But we don't want to talk about it because we don't want people to beat us to it.
Yeah.
And just being honest.
But again, we don't want. I personally, and I'm sure Brandon feels the same way. We don't want to take things from you guys.
Like I said, though, I would do things as a loan. They could ship to my address. I have no problem with it. As long as they're not sharing the address, I would privately... You know what, guys? If you guys want to talk about this more, we might have to set up a P.O. box. But if you guys want to talk about this more, anybody that's interested in helping like that, email us and we'll discuss it. Like I said, it's something that... and I want it to be in the open, too. Like, let's say Byron, since he asked, let's say he lent us a camera. I'd like everybody to know that Byron lent us that camera, and that will go back to Byron when we have new equipment.
Yeah.
You know, these are things that, you know, our honesty keeps us in a little bit of a box.
Eric, I agree that at one point I thought that Freya was just hoaxing him.
At one point I did too, but there's other things that point to the fact that they're all just in on it. Yeah, I don't think Freya is who she says she is at all. I don't think she has anything to do with the forest industry, that's just weird to begin with. Well, I don't know if she wants to get into FD's pants, but he might want to get into hers.
At this point, I severely think this is all a big setup, a big viral.
For all we know, Freya is what his wife looked like before she got pregnant with twins.
Yeah, that could be an older picture.
You know, because he did say that when somebody's pregnant, they puff up, and that's correct. That's 100% correct. She would not look the same. For all we know, it's his wife this whole time.
We tried at William RW. I'm just going to call you RW for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube is not paying out these days, Oldie.
No,
so
unfortunately.
We're not actually, if you've noticed, our live videos, and we're not monetizing them. I'm not trying to monetize anymore because we would more want to be legitimate with it. And
here's the thing: we would like to make money to get more equipment and stuff like that, but we don't want a business. We're not a production company that's trying to make money off videos. We want to make money for equipment to keep doing videos, but we don't necessarily need to be profitable. You know what I mean? If that makes sense to you guys, we're not doing this for a career. We're doing this because we love it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Byron just said FD has third person living in his house. My reason for this is 3 cars at house.
Ooh. See, and I didn't notice that, Byron. That's a good catch. That doesn't necessarily mean anything, though, because my mom, there's 2 people living at the house, and they've got 4 cars in the driveway.
Oldie. Oldie asked, not you guys, FD, what is his payoff for continuing the story? He's got viewers.
Yeah,
10,000.
And you guys got to remember, YouTube might not be paying out well, but once you get into the big enough numbers, if you're family friendly, you're still getting advertisers. Mm-hmm. You're still making money, but there's not only that. Once you get big enough, you start getting sponsors. You start getting paid for appearances.
Yep.
So there is a lot of incentive in what he's doing, and the way he's doing it is growing him fast.
And if you notice, when he does curse, he censors himself out.
Right.
So,
plot twist: Freya is his nanny. Yeah, dude has money. I'm sure he can afford a few cars, and that's absolutely right. If you look at his property and where he's at, I mean, he obviously has. I'm not saying he's rich or nothing, but he obviously is decent. He's probably upper middle class.
Yeah.
You know, and 3 cars is nothing. You know, especially if you live out there, because you're gonna want. Your wife's going to want a car, you're going to want a car, but you're probably going to want a truck, too, for anything else you do.
So that might not mean somebody's living with him, but, I mean, that is a possibility.
If he starts asking for money, that's the point. That's exactly. If he starts asking for money.
I'm actually completely going to go out and think that we're not going to monetize any more of our videos. I mean...
At least for now.
For a while.
Well, we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, and... Who said... I saw something out here. Your honesty is what will keep you guys growing and recognized as a legit outlet. Thank you, R. William. And that was kind of what we were going for. We talked to some other people in YouTube in the beginning, and we had some offers, and we're not going to mention names or anything because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. That's in the past. It's about a year ago.
Right, but we want this transparentness and this honesty that other people don't want us to have. So we're not going to work for anybody else, and we'll do it the slow way if we have to, because we're not trying to be recognized to be famous. We just want people to know the truth. We don't want people to be fooled anymore. Sick of the fakes.
What do you think about us putting the chat on the main screen, on the video screen? Is that going to help people?
I would guess that helps people. I mean, they don't have to keep scrolling down to chat. I guess the chat's on the side anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll help people when they rewatch the video. And, I mean, you guys coming here for these live chats has been great. Obviously, I like to talk. I talk a lot. Rick generally likes to talk.
I'm looking at this video, that the animation that RW sent.
Okay, we're checking out that animation, RW.
We'll post it on chat in just a second. I just want to look at it real quick.
Ooh.
That is awesome.
That's a really cool little animation. Do you guys want to see what R. William sent us?
I'm gonna tap. We're lag free. Yay!
Sweet. We have stream help. Yeah, guys, let's show you this animation that R. William sent us.
Let me download it real quick.
We just got to download it. We'll throw it on the screen. The audio lure you used, was that from Aaron? Yes. We took his videos because he would not. We asked for the raw audio. He said he might give it to us. He didn't. So we took his videos and we put them in the analyzer. I forget what it's called.
The spectrograph.
The spectrograph. And we looked for the same markers that he had said that he used, and they weren't there. But we did find other markers that were out of place. They looked like they were laid over top. So that's what we used. Obviously, there were no results because the whole thing isn't real. But
here's the animation.
we're trying to get access to the second audio signal that he used that supposedly lured them in. And yes, we may get the access, and no, we're not going to tell you how yet, because we don't want to ruin it.
Alright, so here's that animation from RW.
Yeah, this will stay up after live chat.
I really, really like it.
Yeah, it was really cool.
We are definitely going to use that 100%. The only we discussed it yesterday when you got the.
I understand why there's no eyes though, because the antenna's the top of the TV, and the TV already has eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. We know FD did comment about our whole audio stuff, and he said we used the wrong signal and stuff. Of course we used the wrong signal. He wouldn't give us the right one. So we went through the steps that he claimed that he went through, and in the audio signals he used in his videos, those markers were not there. And that's all there is to that. But we played them anyway because you guys wanted to see it.
Alright, just give it a second. I think when I downloaded that video, it lagged us up a bit. Sorry about that. Alright, did anybody get to see the
what?
The animation that RW made us?
Did it play?
I'm not sure if it did because they were lagging.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure. You guys are back up though?
Yeah, they're saying they are.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Well, yeah, just Kate, the audio wasn't right. We knew that going in, but the audio wasn't right because he wouldn't give us the signal, so we had to try to extract it from the information we did have, which was his videos.
Yeah, which was the audio clips from his video.
Which he says are the audio clips that he extracted it from to begin with. And that's the thing. He used our word in one of his videos the other night. He said he was trying to be transparent with his work. But if he's so transparent with his work, why is he still not sharing it? You know what I mean? And it's funny that he used the word transparent, because that's what we've been saying about this whole situation the whole time. Oh, is it playing? It's going to play.
Alright, this is the animation that RW made us for the opening.
Right. We'll watch this, then Kate, I'll answer you.
Okay, we're back.
Oh yeah, it's playing right now. I like that.
I really, really like that.
And just Kate, no, the audio we were looking at with the colors, we understand it wasn't the same. But it wasn't the same because the markers that he said were there weren't there.
And we also ripped the audio from a video which may produce a different audio signal than the raw audio.
Correct.
What we wanted was the raw audio from him.
But he would not give it to us. He would not give us the signal, so we had to try to extract it the same way he said he did.
RW, no, thank you very much for that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Every little thing helps, especially when we're two busy older guys that just, we want to do this, but we don't have time all the time,
Yeah.
Because we got to learn how to do these things before we do them. So it's not like, I know some people can sit down and just make graphics. Learn how to do that first. So it does take time, and it's such a huge help.
Yeah, and we're 100% appreciative. We will always shout you out. Again, sorry about the lag.
Yeah, we're not sure what's up with the lag.
People are saying it's could be issues on YouTube's side, so sometimes.
But alright, and as far as for FD, my real last words today, I'll record a couple prediction videos. Like I said though, we'll do those privately, and I won't put them up. I'll put them up either way, so you guys can see if I was wrong. Because I'm sure you guys would like to see when I'm wrong. I'm generally not wrong, and I'm not being arrogant. I'm very logical, and I put pieces together different in my mind, and I generally come to the right conclusion. Not all the time. So that should be fun, and we'll also run his pictures through Photoshop and everything else. We'll give you guys the results of that. You guys know what our opinion is on the whole situation. It sucks that it looks like it's fake because we wanted it to be real. But that's the thing. We looked at it objectively. There was a confirmation bias where when we first started seeing it, we were like, oh, thank God somebody's doing this. But then we stepped back and looked objectively. And that's what we got to keep teaching people to do. Logic and reasoning.
Eric, I'm not sure if we've been right every step of the way, but
we've been close.
Even if we're wrong, it's the way we're going about it. We're not hiding anything.
An oldie but goodie, you're welcome.
Thank you guys for watching. We are still gonna try to get audio and try to do this experiment on our own.
Yeah, guys, even though we think it's bunk, we will keep, because the scientific method says that if the experiment doesn't work, you restructure and you try again. We're trying to get results. For all we could be, what if we're way off base and this just seems fake because it's so fantastic, but it is happening? What if the signal does work? If we were able to independently verify that, that would make FD a hero.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, I would love to see that. I just don't think it's going to happen, but we are going to keep trying.
There's many theories on my end about his door opening. He literally could have been just crouched down inside the door and opened it.
Right, there's so much. Everything's so easy. So easy to fake. And if you know where the cameras are at, you notice how there were never any clear pictures, even though there was a lure there. They would have went to the lure first. It would have gotten clear pictures. But they didn't. You either saw them just barely, or they came up behind the camera and were grabbing at it and stuff. And if you come up behind the camera, then you obviously already know where the camera is because it's dark.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is just logic and reasoning.
And just I'd like to see that whole hour of video where the supposed BEK was standing outside his door.
Right, he says there's an hour. Where's the hour? We saw a couple seconds of it. We saw less than a minute of it, and it was supposed to be 40-some minutes or 50-some.
Yeah.
It was almost an hour. I'd love to see that. I would watch the whole hour.
Yeah. I'd hook the computer up to the big screen TV. We'd watch it through that.
Yeah, but even though he uses the same words we use, like transparent, we're actually transparent, and he's not releasing that stuff. And guys, that doesn't make him look good. No, just Kate, there are no lights on the trail cam in the way you're thinking. They fire an IR flash when they take a picture. So it's an infrared light, but it's only when they take a picture. Now, is there a chance that the kids can see the IR light when it takes the picture? Absolutely. But there's no constant light for them to see. If BAKs are after people's souls, then why would they waste their time on stalking him? And, you know, and I don't think they'd waste their time stalking anybody. And that's another thing. This whole story stinks, because if you look at the history, it doesn't match. It doesn't... There's no consistency with the history of all the other sightings.
Yeah.
And that already stinks, guys. When you're looking into this kind of stuff, you look for similarities. But when all you see is differences...
And that's part of the reason why I still call my experience a dream, because there's consistencies that weren't there that go with the recognized stories.
Right. And the whole Black-Eyed Kids thing is fascinating, but let's be honest, guys, this is one of the hardest things you could ever attempt to research. UFOs are easy. You point a camera at the sky and you catch them. Bigfoot is easy because you go in the woods and you hear weird sounds and you go, this is evidence. You know, whether it is or not, you don't know because you never actually see it. These things are all easy. We know how to look for them. Black-Eyed Kids, we don't know what to do. That's why the audio lure was such a alluring thing to us. You know,
why would BEK walk around with a trail camera? That's a real good question. I mean, if they're supernatural of some sort, they're not going to be carrying around a camera.
And guys, FD at this point knows not many people believe what he's doing. But he's still acting like it's legit. Now, I believe that's because he's being called out, and it gets him more attention. He's not going to like hearing that, but his actions speak louder than words. You know what I mean? And yeah, a BEK walking around with a trail camera is just funny to me. And then in and out of the property, What are they patrolling their turf?
I mean, it's odd.
It is odd.
It's very odd.
I don't know. I've got some predictions. Like I said, I'll make them. I wish I could say them now, but any predictions I make can be listened to.
Yeah, that's the problem with...
For all we know, you know, FD's listening right now. Man, if you're listening, you can say something.
I think I can see who's listening.
I mean, and we would do an interview with him. We would be happy to talk to him.
Well, that's just the people that are...
Lots of people have asked him, you know, for the signal. Lots of people have offered help. He's not having it. The only help he wants is from Freya. Which is just weird to me because this girl doesn't even have a Black-Eyed Kids experience. Let's be honest. Let's just be real blunt, real effing honest here. Freya, first off, probably isn't her name. The picture is possibly a little photoshopped of her. Her story came out in fiction the same day the video was recorded. And even, nobody's looking for this missing person. Nobody's worried about this missing person. There's no reports. That's already bullshit. But when it comes to the Black-Eyed Kids, she saw somebody with fucking... sorry, guys. Sorry about my swearing. But she saw somebody with black eyes...
Dilated pupils.
Dilated pupils at a rave for half a second. And now they're doing this experiment with audio lures and shit, and she's the expert? What? Fucking what? And like I said, I'm sorry. I'm just... At this point, I'm flabbergasted. And that's a big word.
That is a real big word.
But I am flabbergasted. I don't even know what to think anymore. And the fact that there are people actually emotionally invested in this, they're scared for him. That's why we started doing this. There were people legitimately scared. They weren't sleeping at night because they thought this guy and his family were going to get eaten or something. And it's don't do that to people. You know? What the hell's wrong with you?
Kumail, we did get the screenshots you sent us. I mean, that's the same thing he said to us. I mean, I can bring up...
We did tell them we'd show them that we did email him.
Community.
Yeah.
Just let me know if the video's still going with me messing around.
Oh, William, I think the reason he's going through this is I actually think he's a talented storyteller and filmmaker, And I think he's trying to make a name for himself to do something bigger. And if this is fake, it's amazing. He's doing a great job. It's still a good story, and I think that's all the motivation you need.
All right, there's the email.
And an oldie but goodie part of me still wants to buy it too. But like I said, it's for exposure. Do you see how fast his channel grew? Look at the Black Eyed Kid videos and then look at the other ones. Look at the views. He put that first video up 9 months ago now.
Yeah.
About the kid going to jail. There's no information on that either because that's a bunk story. But that was his biggest video, and then all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. And then once we called him out the first time, it sped up. It started to be an everyday thing for a little while.
Yeah. Alright. Can you guys see the, You missed a lot, William. Can you see the emails?
Well, this is this even the email?
No, we never got an actual email.
Okay, that's right. So he didn't email us back, so this is just in the comments.
This is through YouTube messaging.
YouTube messaging, okay. So, I'll read it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is us. Hey, so we've been following your videos since the BEK arrested video a few months ago. Due to my own experience, I haven't been touching on the subject until your last few videos. My partner and I are interested in validating your claims. We would very much like to get a hold of that audio file you used to lure the BEK to your home and try an experiment to bring them back to us. Then Fantastic Daily.
Well, no, there's more. You just give it a second and it'll load up.
Okay. He's loading more for me. If you're not willing to do that, which we wish you would, as it would help make your claims and videos more legitimate, we would also like to have you on for an interview, perhaps answer a few questions and get the story out there more. Okay, and then FD, I appreciate your interest. I'm considering a small field test of the signal by others in an effort to reproduce the results. I'm in the process of determining how best to run the group test and what factors each participant would need to guarantee in order to validate the results. In retrospect, my initial test was lacking in both visual and audio quality, as well as some safety issues. I want to standardize those aspects and make sure each group uses the same method. I'll add you to the small list of people that seem serious about helping. Thank you, Rick, for reaching out. And then we said, we are very much interested in helping. I've had a BEK experience and want to get to the bottom of it. I'm not sure if you've seen our videos, but we were kind of rough on you. Due to the lack of sharing of the evidence, we wholeheartedly want to believe and trust in your videos and investigation. It worries me that I can't find anything on the escaped BEK from England or Freya's disappearance. We are very open with our interviews, what we do and how we do it. Also, have you attempted to extract the audio file? Blah, blah, blah. So you see, we have, and this isn't the only time we've tried to contact him. Rick commented on his Q&A the other day. He doesn't want to hear it, and if you don't want to hear it, there's a reason for that. Whew.
I mean, and yeah, I did reach out to him. And I reached out again, and I gave him my personal email.
No, William, he won't share that information. He won't share any of the information. And that's because, let's be honest, he's not sharing information because there's no information to share. I think if the guy had information to share, and this was legit, with Darkness Radio, Coast to Coast, us, everybody calling him out, I think he'd be sharing it. I think he'd be going, no guys, I'm legit here. Help me prove that I'm legit. I don't think he'd keep hiding it. Oh, I'm sure he's mad. But we obviously don't care who's mad. We were mad that it's fake. Pissed us right off. You know, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, anyone who attacks Freya, that's because I really do have, like I said, I already said some of my theories on Freya. I'll do some prediction videos. You guys are going to like it. Oh, well, yeah, unfortunate but true.
I mean, this whole situation, if it's a hoax or farcical or just used as something fun, that's awesome. I think it'd be great. I mean, it is a great show.
It really is. It keeps me interested. I watch every video.
We watch every single video. So we're not hating on the guy, but and just putting it out there is real. and having people that have been affected by whatever these things are.
Yeah, like
it sucks.
Yeah. These things really happen to people, and just, Kate, I wish we could work together too. And I think the only reason we're not is because there's nothing real to work together on. I really do believe that. And it's unfortunate, but, it is what it is. And Eric, it would be fantastic if we were all wrong. Fantastic daily.
And, I don't know, and like I said, as somebody that people believe I may have had an experience, I still say it's a dream.
And I'm still 50-50 on the fence with Rick, because I saw him the day afterwards, and it didn't seem like a dream. But we don't know. That's why we want to investigate more. That was a bad BEK movie made, but this stuff... Yes, it would make a great movie, way better than the one that came out. And I know what one you're talking about, R. William.
It was not good.
Rachie, I've actually had an ending for this. I've had 3 endings in mind since the first video. I haven't discussed it with Rick, but I've discussed it with Danny, my fiance. I've had 3 endings in mind since the first video. And you gotta look at all the videos as a whole to get to these conclusions, but look at stuff like his unexplained super high temperatures that weren't really affecting him. Something really fantastic is going to happen at the end, and I can't wait for it. But like I said, I'll do my predictions. We'll put those up. I poked holes in Freya, and he wasn't happy. William, that's because he wants to poke holes in Freya.
But I am so sorry about the lag issue.
So who is Freya exactly? Freya is a pen name, first off. I don't think that name's real. She's an author, if anything. Or she, we're going to do some more digging there. I have some ideas, but it's just stuff that I have to dig into more before I can give you a definitive answer.
Yeah, RW says, here's my ending. He and his family disappear or die, and the channel gets shut down. Then he comes back as a different channel.
R. William, you're so good. You're so good, because that comes close. But you got to remember, with his temperature fluctuations and stuff, there's always a chance that his family turns.
Yeah.
That could be the ending, too. But see, a lot of us are on the same page here, which tells you if we're all on the same page, obviously a story, because you can predict a story, but you can't predict real life. Well, okay, I can predict real life, but that's because I'm too observant for my own good. I think Freya is his little sister or twin. That's a possibility. That really is. And like I said, Freya's our, she's something I'm gonna be looking into today. I got my new computer with the Photoshop, and I am going to be playing with pictures today. If they are related, that's gross. Is that gross because it seems like they're into each other? Oh man. Oh, guys. What do we do now? But enough with Fantastic, man. We'll do some more stuff on him later. I want to know, honestly, do you guys think the Earth is flat?
Oh.
I do. I think the Earth is flat.
I'm done here. We're done.
No, seriously. Not whether you think it's flat or not, but is that a topic you'd like to talk about? Because about a year ago, I was laughing at those videos, and now I'm like, I don't know if the Earth is flat, but we're definitely being lied to about something. And I think some of that evidence would be something you guys would like to maybe go into. Can you do M cave disappearance? What's that?
Never heard of
Yeah, I
that.
haven't heard of that one.
Eric, Earth is just on the back of a giant space turtle. Honestly, I'm starting to wonder if we're on an infinite plane. I can bring up WGS from 1984 that describes Earth as a flattened ellipsoid with the North Pole being the magnetic center. And it shows a picture of an oval disc. So, I mean, and that's what Lockheed Martin uses for reference. So I'm just gonna, I mean, that alone, there's the WGS, and when it describes the Earth, and it says it's geocentric with the stars moving above it. This was in 1984 on the WGS. So if that's something you guys would like to talk about at some point, we'll definitely talk about that. Rick doesn't like it, but I don't think he likes it because I've shown him enough evidence that he knows that I'm onto something.
Kate asked what an infinite plane is.
An infinite plane, just land in all directions forever.
Think about it as walking down a road, and that as you're walking forward, that road is unfurling in front of you. It never ends. It keeps going.
Right. Now, and the reason... We're not going to go into this now, but I would do... Maybe next live video, if I can get Rick to do it, we'll go over some of this evidence. Because, like I said, to me it's not evidence that the Earth is flat. But it is evidence that we have been lied to and indoctrinated into a falsehood. But that still doesn't tell me the shape of the Earth for sure. It just tells me that we're being lied to.
Just Kate asked, Earth is that way, I don't understand.
That we'll go into that.
It's not that... It's a theory.
Yes, these are theories, but we're going to show you the evidence that makes people believe these theories. It made me go from being you believe in flat Earth, you idiot, to going, I don't know if the Earth is flat, but a lot of your evidence points to something that they're not telling us. And it's real evidence, and it can be verified. And that's the scary part about it. Lied to, I'd say that it's an understatement. Yeah, William, the Antarctica has been crazy lately. Super crazy. But people that believe the flat Earth with a dome think that the Antarctic is a wall around the Earth. People that think that it keeps going think that there's a ring of ice and then more land, and but why would they be going to Antarctica? In those pyramids?
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff going on. Earth is a giant triangle. Illuminati confirmed by Eric. I want to see that video you was talking about from '89. Was I talking about a video from '89?
Oh, I don't remember.
Or are you talking about the WGS from '84? Yes, a plane can fly straight without having to pull up.
Hi, Betsy.
And yeah, a bullet. Yeah, none of that makes sense, Chris. And there's so many things to go into there. Once you leave the ground, you're supposed to be independent of the Earth, but the ground doesn't move under you, even though we're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. There's all kinds of things. A bullet doesn't go further if it's shot with the spin than it does if it's shot against it. And it would, in reality, but it doesn't. I wonder what FD does for a day job. Yeah, I've wondered that myself, because he hints at it being semi-important. Okay, our entire perception. Yes, an oldie but goodie, it has. And that's what... the Mandela Effect really started opening my eyes. And I started putting pieces together by myself. And then I started seeing that other people were putting the same pieces together.
Well done. I'm currently looking up the M. Cave and Kenny Veach disappearances, so...
Right.
Alright. We got green stream health.
Oh...
hang with us, it's, damn it.
Hold on, I'll tell you something.
Should come back in. Just give us a second. These lag issues.
Are we back?
Are we here?
I think we're back.
Okay, we're back. Hi, guys.
Alright, and Horace, what about the Mandela? Yeah, I've noticed it seems like the doors are on the other side. But I mean, that's something we'd have to look into, because we can't automatically call everything a Mandela Effect. You got to look into the history and see if it's something that just plain changed. You know,
I keep meaning to bring up the Space Jam.
Oh yeah, yeah, guys, we never showed you the Space Jam.
I can't show you now because of the lag issues.
Right, but the Looney Tunes. Who knows about the Looney Tunes Mandela Effect? Raise your hands. Hands up.
We did get an email about doors being on the other side.
Yeah.
I don't remember who sent it.
But yeah, guys, okay, so the Looney Tunes, I remember it Tunes, Toons, like cartoons. And now it's Tunes, and always has been. But first off, Tiny Toons is still Tiny Toons, and they're the same characters. And that's still Toons. And Space Jam, if you flip it over, if you flip the DVD over on the back, it says copyright Looney Tunes Toons. I mean, there's all the proof you need, guys. Yeah. It's right there. It's in front of your face. They're throwing it in our face. Look at CERN. They're throwing pictures of all the Mandela Effects on their brochures and stuff. They're throwing it in our face. What are they doing? But here's the thing. This is why I wanted to talk about Flat Earth. Because the Mandela Effect is easier explained if the Earth is an infinite plane or flat or something other than what we're being told. You know what I mean? It explains things so much better than any of the other theories do. And that's scary. Okay, yeah, Mike and Eric knew about the Looney Tunes Mandela. But that one, like I said, just pull up Space Jam. We'd do it, but with the lag, we're going to kind of just talk right now.
It was Horace that sent me that email, sent us that email the other day.
Okay. But yeah, there's some other weird Mandela effects. I mean, I woke up the other day and mayonnaise has 2 N's in it now. Brussels sprouts. I remember them being Brussels sprouts. Now they're Brussels sprout. It's really weird.
They have drip of aliens turned up lately. That's all that's on TV.
Okay, and here's the thing, Betsy and Horace. Look at the Mandela Effect. Look at the Flat Earth theory. I'm not saying the Earth is flat, but look at the theory. I've been saying for how long now? 12 months? 13 months? I've been telling these guys, alright, they're going to start disclosing aliens now, because if you look at all the pieces, it's time for them to play the final card. And the final card is the alien invasion. The aliens are either going to be our saviors or our enemies. I don't know how they're playing it yet, but all of a sudden Flat Earth gets popular, Mandela Effect gets popular, and they start force-feeding us more space. They start force-feeding us more pictures, more fakeness. And there's a reason for that. They're trying to keep the lie going. The lie's falling apart. And it's time to keep it going. Should we time travel or not? Absolutely not, but I would do it in a heartbeat.
It's unnatural to time travel because of changing and knowing and...
Yeah, they turned up the IV. I like the way Betsy put that. They turned up the IV. And that's exactly what's going on. The drip feeding I believe the last numbers were UFO sightings had tripled or quadrupled in the last 6 months.
Yeah, they've been...
It's crazy. Yes, R. William, last card is the fake alien invasion. And you know what? These things that are going to come and be aliens, I don't believe, first off, that they're going to be aliens. They might not even be anything other than people doing something.
Yeah.
But if they're anything, they're going to be... I believe they're going to be straight up demons, or what we call demons. I think it's the end game, man. It's the end game. And it sounds crazy, but I'm telling you guys, I've studied the hell out of it, and it scares me. And if it scares me, I think it's real.
I think parallel world travel, because Horace brings that up. Not too many chances. No, too many chances of fucking up timelines. I would prefer parallel world travel. That would still mess me up.
Now, here's another theory about time travel, though. All right, they say that we can't travel backwards in our own time. But they say the theory might work that if you travel backwards, you end up in a different time or a different reality in the time that you were going for, but you're in the reality right next to yours. Now, hopefully, your double in all the other realities did the same thing, so you're just basically replacing yourself. But then you make a change in that timeline. Then when you jump again, you don't go back to your own, you go to the next one over, and you gotta hope that your other double went to that one and made the same change in order for everything to work, therefore solving all problems of paradoxes.
We're back onto hashtag Demon Invasion 2017.
Yes! What about Nibiru? Nibiru, I don't think is anything like what we're being told at all. I don't think it... for a while I did, but the more I dig, the more I think that's part of this plan. That's part of this... What are they going to save us from? Because if the aliens are going to be our saviors, now if they end up being demons, they would want them to be our saviors, so we start worshiping them, right? So how do you do that? There's this giant planet that's going to destroy us coming in. Here come the aliens to save the day. You know, and I really think that's what it is. I think it's all deception, man.
What about the U.S. military killing a red-headed giant in Afghanistan?
I've watched some stuff about it, but honestly, I would need to find more. And as far as giants go, I know everybody says Nephilim are giants. Nephilim can look like regular people too, guys. And if you read enough, you'll find out that only some Nephilim were giants, and not all giants were Nephilim. You know, so it's really hard to say what that even means.
We're not hailing Satan, Horace. Multiverse theory. We're comic nerds, so like Flashpoint Paradox, things like that.
Stay off your phone. Because it's fudging us up. See?
That Superman's here?
I think we lagged again.
Okay.
Do you believe in planet Krypton theory? Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, Superman's definitely real. You know, he was saying, here's a baby, his planet blew up. Guys, don't mess with Superman. Of course, I've noticed that Superman gets his power from the yellow sun still, but our sun's white now. So that's weirding me out a little.
Abraham Lincoln talked about giants in a speech. I'd have to look it up and get it to you. Yeah, William, if you can find that, go ahead and send that
Please
to us.
Please do. Yeah, and that's what they want, Camellan, is to worship them. That's the last card. It's the final play. And why is it happening now? I think it's happening now because of the Mandela Effect and Flat Earth and all these other theories that, you know, people are starting to question their reality. And people never really questioned their reality before. But the internet, the age of information, has given us all the ability to look at things that we couldn't look at before, and the ability to question that reality. And I think that's why things are speeding up now. It's not a natural process that's speeding up. It's a process that was put in place a long, long time ago and has been worked at for a long, long time. And that's what I truly believe. And yeah, William, not only do you notice the sun's white, look it up. It'll tell you why the light reflects white. It's crazy. Yes, I saw that same clip, Chris, about UN meeting with leaders saying we have been consulting leaders from other worlds. And then the Canadian Prime Minister came out and said something too. But that's the thing.
Krypton theory is a ninth planet that blew up and created the asteroid belt.
Interesting.
Wasn't Pluto the ninth planet?
It was, and then it wasn't, and then...
No, it's a dwarf planet.
Yeah. Byron, that's something else we'll have to look up. Yeah, you guys got to email us lists of stuff, man. You're going to keep us busy.
We live in a snow globe, and they just shake it up to see how we act. You know, I've thought that every once in a while, the way my life goes.
Well, and here's an interesting thing, Betsy. Talking about a snow globe, Admiral Byrd went to Antarctica. He was the first person there. He said that on the other side of the pole, first off, that there were lands as big as the United States that had never been explored. First off. Second, after they went there, they started Operation Fishbowl, where they started shooting nukes straight up. Come on, guys. Operation Fishbowl, nukes straight up. What? And they were saying they were mapping something. They were mapping the dome. They're putting it right in your face, and you're eating it up. We're all eating it up. We've all been lied to. We've all been deceived. We're all eating it up. And even the ones that are like, I don't even know if space is real anymore because of the flat Earth, are still watching the space stuff going, whoa. You know, that's how deep this deception runs. I'm not saying space is fake, because it's obviously there. I can see it.
Yeah.
You know, but it might not be what they tell us either. You know what I mean? We don't know. Yes, long live Pluto. Pluto is a planet.
Pluto, I thought science had explained the belt as unformed planetary material.
But, Horace, what the hell does science know? Let's be honest. These are all guesses. Everything's a guess. And that's why we have to start pulling...
Wait, when did we go to Mars?
Pulling the veil down. No, we didn't go to Mars. There's one picture of the rover. I'd have to find it.
The rover.
There's one picture of the rover where it's sitting in front of a mountain. And if you match that up to the NASA picture, or if you match the NASA picture up to a certain mountain in Greenland, it's exactly the same. We're not playing with the mute button. My son got home and I think he's playing with the internet and lagging. Hold on. Oh. Rick, keep talking.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was reading. What if aliens don't want to babysit us? We might. Seriously, we need to be babysitted at this point. Because things are going to hell. But, oh my gosh. I did watch a video of how all space program use the same vector. And it is the serpent's tongue.
Oh, the NASA symbol is the serpent's tongue. And what did the serpent do?
I don't know.
You don't know what the serpent did? It tempted Eve into biting the apple.
Oh, yeah.
The serpent represents not just hidden knowledge, but, you know, it's...
Yeah, who is cleaning the Mars rover?
Well, the people that are in Greenland filming the Mars rover and controlling the Mars rover, they're the ones cleaning it. It wasn't just random dust storms and stuff. And that doesn't make sense that a random dust storm could clean off the rover. Wouldn't that make it dirtier? Yeah, because, see, and this is why I want to get into flat Earth theory. And let me make that clear. Flat Earth theory. Because I am still on the fence. I do know we're being lied to. And that's the point I want to make. When we get into this, we'll do a real video. We'll show you guys evidence of all the fakery. And that's what I want you to see. I don't want you going into our video thinking, okay, they're trying to tell us the Earth is flat. I want you to go in with an open mind, and I want you to look at the evidence objectively, because that's what I've done over the last year, and it shocked me.
Yeah.
And you need that shock. You need that shock to your system. You need to go, holy shit, they've been lying to us for how long? And not only that, they've been taking $19 billion a year from us. For what? For what? They're not even doing it for a production.
Yeah.
And that's something that's crazy.
Unfortunately, guys, I think with this lag issue,
I think we're going to have to cut it short.
We're going to have to cut off today.
We don't want to give you guys a crappy product. You know, we're trying to make that all better. As far as, I know we talked earlier about people that thought about maybe donating equipment. Email us if you're serious, and we'll talk about that. I mean, it would help us. We're a little... It'd be our first time doing something like that, so we're a little leery about it, but I think we'd be fine. We just need to talk to you about it first.
So, yeah, go ahead and email us at blindbrik@gmail.com. Don't forget to head over. We do have a YouTube channel, YouTube page. We haven't used it much lately. But BlindBrik, you can find us on YouTube. Obviously on YouTube. On Facebook.
What's our damn Twitters?
Mine is BlindBrik Rick. Brandon's is BlindBrik BTAT, 2 T's.
Is there 2 T's?
Yes.
thought I
Chris
could
Elliott,
put
I
one.
will email you with a Ouija board request. Okay. Go ahead and email us with a Ouija board request. We're actually talking about maybe making one out of wood.
Yeah, I want to carve one, and I'm going to use my blood again, since that seemed to be effective. I can't get anyone else to prick their fingers and use their blood, but I'll have
prick
fun
my
with it.
finger next time.
But we're going to make a talking board. We're going to make a real spirit board. We're not going to use the Ouija. And that'll be fun. I just need to see if I can find my Dremel. I found all the attachments, but I can't find my
We have
Dremel.
Dremel at the house, I think.
Do you?
I think.
Oh, that'd be perfect. So I can just make one. So that'll be fun.
But that's going to be it for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in again. Thanks for all the comments. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Head over to the Facebook page. Hit us up on Twitter.
Yeah. There's our. I typed in the Twitter and the email.
We're very sorry.
Horace has a suggestion, real quick. Let's hear that before we sign off.
Okay. Oh, he'll mail it to us.
Okay. All right. Thank you, man.
So again, sorry so much about the lag today. Hopefully we'll get this figured out again and get it as good as we had it yesterday.
Yeah. And guys, once again, we super appreciate you being here. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. The more people we can reach, the quicker the message goes out. And these messages have to go out. Some of them are important.
Yeah, and things are going to be changing up with our recording schedule. We may be going on later at night.
William Brand, love this. It's my favorite part of YouTube. Awesome.
Yeah. We may
amazing.
be going on later at night with some changes in schedules for me and my girlfriend and stuff like that.
Right, but we'll figure that out and we'll let you guys know, and we'll try and work with you as much as we can.
Yeah.
Because we like the conversation. Obviously, we've had a lot of fun going live and just talking.
Yeah. Having you guys involved in the conversation helps a lot.
It's like having a little family,
Yeah.
little extended family. It's nice.
We thank you guys for watching. Again, sorry so much for the lag. Thank you guys for all your help with the new graphics and anything else you help us with. We will always be super appreciative. We'll find a way to plug you in our videos and everything.
And I can't wait to see myself as a demon flying monkey.
A demon flying monkey.
Kumelin.
Awesome. You guys have a great afternoon. And stay creepy.
Peace out.